There I am. Ha! Hello, Michelle. Hello, Miss Kim. How's our birthday girl? Nice top. Thank you. It's funny how this new version of Facebook picks up such a wider range of everything. Anyway. It's been like almost 60 degrees here today. So, hi, Mary. I had to give up my sweaters because it just was too hot. I actually even got sweating walking today on a break. So, it's been nuts. Oh, I have my speaker going. Hang on here. I don't know why I can never remember how to do this. Here we go. Okay, is that better? I think that's better. You can't hear my echo now. All right, so I zoomed in so I can show us the stamp set. Yeah, I know. It's so crazy, Kim. I am not kidding. We have had in the high 40s and mid 50s for over a week. And it's supposed to be even like tomorrow is supposed to be in the upper 50s and or through the weekend, like even close to 60 through the weekend, and it's February. So I am not complaining now, but I'm afraid I might be complaining this summer when it's really hot and we have not had enough moisture. But it has been unbelievable. Like I just can't even describe how strange it is that it's like this. So anyway, thanks for joining me tonight. Anybody who is joining me. I am using one of my all-time favorite stamp sets. I don't know what year it was released, but I know it's been a while, and it has been one that I keep going back to over and over again when it comes to spring. Oh, more snow. I'm so sorry. You guys have just been getting nailed. Yeah, I really am sorry because I do not love snow. But it's a stamp set that I go back to over and over every spring, especially at Easter. I just love this sweet set. It's by artist Cheryl Gray. And it's even further enhanced by this adorable two-piece layering stencil. I think it's called Layers of Eggs. I get the names wrong a lot. So I thought we would play with this tonight. I'm finding the little Kraftin Kimmie insignia down here, so I know I have the right side on that one. And I'm trying to decide if I want to do the eggs themselves all one color and then color all of the stripes and whatever in different colors. I'm kind of leaning in that direction, but it's a lot more, what do I want to say? It's a lot more fussiness on the top stencil because let's see if I can find something to show you, because it's, they're so close together. So I'm thinking what I'll do is do the main egg bodies, if you will, different colors, and then do, well, hello, Tamara. And then I'll do the stripes and dots and all that stuff in one color. So I grabbed some really pretty springy colors, and we're gonna, I'm gonna do a dual purpose. So we're gonna make a stencil panel, and then I'm gonna cut an oval out of it and then put her in the middle of it. And then I'm going to use that oval that I cut out to make a quick second card. So I thought that might be fun. And then if we have time, I have an idea for a cute tag using the stencils as well. So, and Kim has put in the chat that both the stamp set and the stencil is 40% off. So that's absolutely fantastic. I chose some very springy, fun colors. I chose the Yummy Yellow. Pretty sure I got Yummy Yellow here. Yep. Yummy Yellow. Say that 10 times real fast. And then Flirty Flamingo. I think this is Purple Pansy. Yep. And Ocean Opulence. So these are the colors I've selected. I'm going to zoom out here in a second. I just want to show you that. So if you have, I'm just using a white card base, and then I'm using a white panel that is aren't they fun, Kim? I'm just like craving springy, fun colors. I'm just going to use a white panel to stencil on, and I cut it to be 4 inches by 5 1/4, so it could just go over the top of my white base. And then I am using a oval die cut, and I don't have my ruler, I apologize, but I kind of made it, I found one that was just big enough that I could get her stamped kind of in the inside of it. So I'm going to put her in one, and then on the second card, I don't know if I'll do the bunny or the deer. You guys might have to help me, or maybe we do both. And then I use the bigger oval die cut to make a frame so that the frame will go around the main panel. And I'll show you when we get there what that's going to look like. But anyway, so that's my idea. So if you want to grab some colors, some brushes, I have not, like, I literally came screaming in from work, so I haven't chosen my colors for the Copic coloring part of things yet. I'm just gonna wing it, which seems like that's what I'm doing on these Throwback Thursday sessions. So let's move these out of the way. And oh, let's see, so I want to think a minute. So oh yeah, I'm gonna do the base, all these 4 colors. No, I'm gonna do the base 3 colors and 1 color of all the stripes and dots and etc. So I'm thinking the purple will be my accent colors, and the eggs will be these 3 colors here. What do you think? Like that idea? I am totally flying by the seat of my pants, Kim. And I'm just gonna have to be okay with it if things don't go as I want it to. And I will tell you now that because I am a little scattered, I'm probably, oh good, yay, fresh cup of coffee. I will probably have to go to the bedroom a time or two for something that I forgot. That would be very unusual if I didn't, I guess. I was really hopeful I'd be in a good shape not to do that. So I have grabbed, let me zoom out just a little bit because this might be just a little too close. And let's see if I can remember how to do this. I think I go, oops, I think this is closer, right? Did I do that backwards? Can't remember. I'm gonna put this back so I can see what I'm doing. What do purple and yellow make? Purple and yellow. What do purple and yellow make? Pillow? I don't know. I don't know, Michelle. What do purple and yellow make? Let's see. We're going to come in this way. I think I did it. Let's see. What's the answer, Michelle? Pillow, purple and yellow. I can't think of what they make. Chartreuse? Mess? I don't know. Okay. There is a terrible, terrible lag tonight. Oh, there we go. Okay. On my computer versus my phone. If that's still far away when I start coloring, let me know with the stencil, but I'll zoom it back in when we start doing the coloring of the images. So when mixed, oh, I figured that's what you meant. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know that I have ever mixed purple and yellow together, to tell you the truth. Have you? Do you know? I'm like, I don't know, is this like a Bennifer, Jennifer kind of question? Or is it a, you know, like, what do you call it? Like if it's mixed in. So I've got this waffle flower sticky mat that I'm using. It's not super sticky because I haven't done what I'm supposed to do with it recently, but I'm going to, so I'm going to put that down, and then I'm going to put a little bit of tape on there. And then I got to find I'm going to find, what am I going to find? I'm going to find a dauber that I can use. So here we go. We're going to get set up for that. And let's see here. I probably need my glasses, so let's grab those. I was thinking brown, but can't remember. Thinking about how the purple will mix with your other colors. Oh, it should be okay because, well, I don't know. That's a great question. But yellow would override it. We'll just see, shall we? Let's just see. Because that's why we're doing the lighter colors on the bottom. And generally, the hybrid colors don't really like bleed into each other too much, but watch, I'll have said that and have an accident or something, right? All right, let's see. I need. We're gonna start with the Yummy Yellow. Which I think is this one. We'll start with that. And I'm just going to do kind of a fade. You're probably right. It probably is brown, Michelle. My grandson loves to mix Play-Doh colors all the time, and he can tell you which ones make colors, but he likes to make ugly colors too. It's like a boy thing, I think, as many as he can smash in there at a time. So I'm starting with the Yummy Yellow, and I'm just gonna kind of try, like I'm not taping anything off, so I'm gonna try to have like a natural spot where I shift colors, but if I don't, it's like those Easter eggs that you just got too impatient for and dunked in before they were ready, right? That looks okay. I didn't do too bad with that. I'll take it. I will take it. Hi, Carol. How are ya? Hope you're doing good. Let's see. So the next color I did yellow. Now I'm going to do blue. And this, again, was Ocean Opulence, and I think I have a brush, or I mean a dauber for that. Let's see here. Ocean Opulence, I think it's this one. My dog, when she was alive, got a hold of my cardboard paper that has all my daubers on it and ate part of it, so I lost a lot of my... I stuck them on a half sheet of paper, but they don't have their names on them, so I'm kind of going by color, hoping I got the right thing here. Okay, so that was Yummy Yellow. Now we're gonna do the blue. I'm nervous about doing blue in the middle, but I'm going for it. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna do the blue. I love stenciling. I just find it so relaxing, but I'm also like weirdly a perfectionist about it. And so sometimes that part isn't relaxing. It's supposed to be like, go with the flow, enjoy it. And I'm trying also not to go super heavy. You can see I did go a little darker with the yellow. Because sometimes it's just really hard to tell how much color you've actually put on it. Until you lift it. It just doesn't seem like perhaps it's as dark as you wanted. So I'm trying this little, whoops, all right, this guy's gonna be blue. This guy's gonna be blue, and he's gonna be very, very, very blue. Okay, so I think we're good on that. Doesn't have to be perfect, right? Depends on who you ask, but I'm telling you, it doesn't need to be perfect. Okay. And then I don't want this to mix, so I'm gonna grab a table napkin here with my pink. So I'm just kind of, so that if the pink touches on it, I was really actually very lucky my blue didn't slide into my yellow. That's usually what happens, but that's bugging me. There we go. All right. And now, doing much better. You've been sick. Oh no, I'm so sorry. I'm glad you're upright. Yes, if I overlapped, I would definitely get green. If I bled into this a little bit, if the ink was on the stencil and I pushed it over, then's when it would definitely get a different color for sure. And I've done that so many times, Michelle, it's not even funny. You'd think I would learn my lesson, but I don't know. Sometimes I just like, you know, we're just gonna see what happens. All right, so here is Flirty Flamingo, and let's see where my dauber for that is. I hope it's this guy. I think it's this guy. I think it's this guy. It's gonna be close enough if it's not. So now pink. And we're gonna start at the bottom and work our way up. Ooh, I love pink. This is my favorite pink. I am very much a bright color girl. Pastels are not generally my favorite. I love to see them on things, but when I create, I generally gravitate toward brighter colors. And maybe that's because I don't look super hot in pastels either, so maybe pastels have never been my jam. But I am trying to keep it kind of light here. And before I lift this, I'm going to pay attention to where I put the Kraftin Kimmie, for lack of a better word, insignia, the imprint. There we go. That's the word I was looking for. So I think we did okay. I'm going to let that be. I'm going to quit while I'm ahead. And I will probably use this on the tag, so I'm just going to quickly scrub off. Generally, I have a spray bottle of rubbing alcohol, like 94 to 97%, close to me, so that I can just pull it off and spray it, and then it's just so clean right after that. So here's where my insignia is. So I am going to take my layered one and make sure that I line it up in the same corner with the insignia on this one as well. So I'm going to do that. Hopefully my paper hasn't shifted. It doesn't look like it. That's what the sticky mat's handy for. Okay, so it looks like it did a little bit, but we'll be okay. Yeah, we'll be okay. All right, I'm gonna put it there. Oops. Maybe I'm the one that shifted it. There we go. Okay, then I'm going to tape this back down. I'm glad you're feeling better, Carol. That's just sucky. There's been so many people flattened by stuff lately, it seems. I just feel so bad. Okay, next is purple, and we're going to see what happens, Michelle. I think we're going to be okay, but we're going to see what happens. All right, so purple pansy is my next color, and I definitely have that one labeled correctly, so I'm going to pull that one and open her up, and you betcha, Carol, absolutely. All right, let's see what happens. We're going to start down here with the pink, and I am probably going to try to go, I wonder if that's dry. It doesn't seem to be. This is one of my favorite purples. I use it a lot. It's probably, like a lot of my Kraftin Kimmie inks, needing a refill. There we go. Recharge, refill. Man, words are hard when you get older, I swear. What we could do too, we'll see, we'll try one of the yellow ones and see, if it bleeds over the top of it or makes a weird color. If it does, we can just grab the yellow or the pink and go over the top of the pink's side and see what we get. Because, tone on tone, the darker it would show up, but it wouldn't be as drastic. And I kind of want it to be really fun looking. So we're going to just roll with it and see what we get here. If it doesn't work, you know what we do? We grab another piece of paper, we cut out the parts that we like, and we say, I'm okay with that, and we try again. So that's what we're gonna do. We'll see what happens. I don't know, I haven't decided if it works better to kind of pounce a little bit. Finger daubers work so good, I think, with very detailed layered stencils. Brushes don't tend to work as well for me when they're very detailed. Maybe the tiny ones would, but you want to get into the details of it, right? And be able to work it in there, the color in there. Or at least I do. That's my 2 cents, my crafty advice. Crafty unsolicited advice for you. All good here. Is it frozen or did I disappear? Oh, did it freeze for a bit? Is it back now? Oh, you're good there, Michelle. Okay, great. I wasn't sure if you were referring to my attempts or Kim's comment. Sorry. Gotta look up more often, I guess. Okay, here we go. Moment of truth. What are we gonna get? Brown, probably. Let's see. It's kind of brown, but it's okay. I kind of don't mind it. I'm gonna do a couple like that, and then I'm gonna do a pink and see what happens, because yeah, it's kind of brown, but it's also kind of purple. It's got a little purpley brown color. We're gonna call it Pillow, right? Yeah, I don't know if you can see that on screen. I'll lift it up. It's got a purple hint to it, but it definitely has a feel of brownish, so that's all right. I really thought it would be better, but what the heck? I'm okay with that. I'm gonna try the pink and see if we get an orange or what we get. Oh, it was frozen with no hands or anything. That is so weird. Okay. Here we go. We're gonna try pink. Pink on yellow. And see, well, before I do that, where is my, there it is. Okay. Let's get the purple off of there, because that might really be a disaster to go over that color. Who knows what color we'd get? Might just be a whole new experiment. I mean, you know, art's supposed to be creative and unexpected sometimes, right? It was like I had disappeared. Well, I'm glad I didn't disappear. Okay, here we go. So pink, 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 you stink. Oh, sorry, that wasn't very nice. Okay. This isn't really even looking very pink, but it's kind of looking like a muted orange. I wonder if, I'm gonna have to try this again. I wonder if I had used, instead of yummy yellow, because it's a very saturated yellow, if I had used like maybe the, oh, what's the lemony looking one? Oh, the really light yellow one. I thought about grabbing that one, but I was like, I don't know if it would, if the egg body would show up and it would just look like floating stripes, so I didn't. What's that one called? No disappearing act on your end. Alrighty, just Kim's the lucky one. Internet maybe blipped for you, Kimmy. All right, let's see what that did. I'm not sure I'm, oops, loving that, but you know what I'm gonna say, don't ya? Okay, here we go. Let's close that up and let's, oops, where's my, here we go. One more time, just in case I need it for something else. Let's see. Yeah, I like the orange, pink orange over the top of it. And then we have like a couple of, I don't know, different purples. How's that? How's that for a comment? It's fun. It's different. And actually my oval's probably going to cut some of this out. We'll see. So anyway, there we go. There we go. There we go. The last thing I'm going to do with this one really quick before I run the egg out of it. Luscious lemon. Thank you. I knew there was lemon something in there. I'm so bad with names. It's absolutely stupidly ridiculous. Okay. I'm going to do this little trick that I do. Like my brain can see it, but my mouth just can't, like, I don't know. I'm always afraid I'm going to say something completely wrong when I name a product for you. I mean, generally I laugh at myself and it's okay, but it does get a little embarrassing sometimes. So this is just like one of my favorite techniques where I'm just dragging the edge across an ink pad just to give it a little more color on the edges. And I like to do that when I'm putting it up against a white card base, just because, I don't know, I like the contrast. I like seeing that it's actually different. If you want a more subtle look, you don't do that and it just kind of, you know, blends in, and I like that as well. But this is kind of one of my favorite things that I like to do. So there's that, and you can never remember names. It's cute. Thank you. Thanks, Deb. Thanks, Carol. Yeah, it looks good. I love these eggs. I think they're just as sweet as they can possibly be. Okay, so I'm gonna grab, I have on the side here my Big Shot. So I'm just gonna quickly find my oval that I want to put in the middle, and I think this is the right side. Yep, because I cut it out of the pink. So I just want to kind of see, where do I want this? So I'm using this colored one rather than a white because it's so much harder to see with your eyeballs if it's white. And I just kind of want to see where I want it. Actually, and then I'm going to set, yeah, I think that's pretty good. I want kind of the same on the sides and the top. I'm trying to think of where I'm going to want to put my sentiment, or if I'm going to want to leave my sentiment off and put it on the inside. Where's my stamp set? Oh, here it is. So my options for sentiments are "Here's to you," "Such a dear friend," "Somebody is thinking of you," and "So fond of you." So without one of the little animals inside on the outside, I think what I'll do is on the inside of the card, stamp one of the little animals and then use one of these sayings. So I'm going to leave the front without a sentiment, but I think I'm going to put a big bow on here. I'm trying to think. So if I have, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put, do I want it on there or on the purple? Let's turn this around. Oh, I like that better. Okay, I'm going to put a big bow on the top, and then I'm going to have the oval kind of tucked up underneath it, right about there. I'm pretty close, right? Okay, cool. Cool beans. So I'm going to fit this over that. I'm trying to use things that I either haven't used in a long time or have never used from my stash, and that bow die cut that I just have, that's something that I've had for a bit and never used it, and I don't honestly know how I'm going to put the pieces on there for sure, but I'll figure it out. I'm smart. I can do it. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to grab my Big Shot, and feels a little crooked, but I'm going to live with it. Okay, here we go. Art is not perfect. Not everything is straight, right? Okay, so here we go. That cut out. And, oh, don't stick there, please. Please, please, please don't undo what I just did. Okay, there's that. And we are gonna, okay, like I said, we're gonna use the other part. It's stuck to my plate. Look how bad my plate looks, you guys. It's terrible. Like, I really need to replace it. Okay, so we're going to use the piece that came out on a separate card. And before I do anything else with that, I do want to go ahead and grab, maybe I'll do purple this time just because. So I'm just going to edge this oval with the purple, just dragging it through. I don't necessarily want to distress it. I just want a little bit of a definition on it, right? And we're just gonna go around. Hopefully I'm not gonna slip, create a big old boo-boo. Okay, that's cool. We're gonna just set it aside. Cool, cool. We got it. All right, now. I'm gonna grab my base. My base. And so I have a white, just normal A2 sized base, which is a 4 1/4 wide by 5 1/2 tall, and I'm gonna line this up where I want it on here. Then I'm gonna use my washi tape again and kind of hold it down just because I don't want it to slip. And I'm gonna grab my stamp. I could use the bunny or the fawn on the front, but I had my heart set on using her, so I'm not going to. So her feet, some part of her is going to overlap, but my, my die cut piece is going to cover where she overlaps. So I'm not going to worry about that too much. I'd rather have her feet cut off a little bit than her head. So I'm going to slide her down just a tad and make sure she's where I want her. And then I'm going to grab my stamp platform thingy. And let's see here. I cut all my fingernails off the other day and I'm having a devil of a time picking things up. I use them so much as a tool, it's ridiculous. Oh, oops. Stay there, lady. Quit that. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and pop her in here. Okay, that should work. Then where's my ink? Let's see here. I'm gonna ink her up. I should probably move these just in case something goes awry and I get a little wild or something. So let's see here. And actually, I'm gonna focus. Yeah, there we go. Okay, let's see how we did. Boom. Where's my, there it is. Okay, here we go. Zippity-doo-dah. I am going to make bacon, lettuce, tomato sandwiches for dinner tonight. That sounds really good to me, and it's really easy. Have y'all had dinner? And if so, what did you have? That looks pretty good. Let's see. It looks like I could do a little better right in the middle. So, oh, for some reason, I must have a bump. This particular stamping platform has kind of been through the ringer, so I'm going to try to get that touched up a little bit. Let's see what we can do here. It does have a low spot, I think. I'll try to get it. Oh, that's better. Okay, yay, we got it. So let's see, I'm going to take that out, and then while I've got the platform, Wild and Crazy Gal, take off. Oh, you know what? I should have, Kim, but I taped it down so I wouldn't forget, right? Ah, it worked out. I'm so lucky. I am a lucky, lucky duck. Let's see here. Yeah, so for those of you at home watching, be smart and take the stencil off before you do it, just in case. And if you are successful like me, maybe you want to run out and buy a lottery ticket because it's your lucky day. Okay, this is the inside of my card base. I've just folded it the other way, and I'm going to put just a soft, I'll just use the black. I guess I will just still use the black. And I'm going to put the little deer. Yeah, I'm going to use the little deer on the inside here. I'll probably just add a tiny bit of grass maybe. But that way we can put the sentiment inside, and I'm going to use So Fond of You or Such a Dear Friend. Oh, I don't know. What do you think? So Fond of You? Such a Dear Friend. Let's do So Fond of You. Okay, here we go. We're just going to put that right up here. And a little trick I do sometimes is I put like, if I stamp it directly on the base, I put like a die cut frame around it just so it stands out, but I'm going to be okay with where it's at. We could add a couple eggs at the corners if we wanted. If you want to carry the egg theme in, there's just so many options, right? All right, let's see here. Let's make sure I'm all tucked in. I'm actually giggling. That would have been just such a silly, silly disaster, but I was just so confident it was going to work. I guess confidence is the key. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Where is my... There it is again. Okay, let's see here. Oh, it's so cute. I love this little deer so much. I'm going to just leave that in there for right now. Okay, so we got the inside. Now we're going to put the card. We're going to color her. The one thing about going direct on your base, and I thought about doing it on another panel and then coloring it, but I always struggle with getting it lined up appropriately or having a weird bump in it after the fact, after I do that. So I'll color it, and then I generally will put either a strip of, we could put another strip of the very light Easter eggs in there, or we could, actually, if we didn't make our other card, we could just use this, right? But I want to put it on the other one. But I generally just put another panel over, and sometimes I'll do like a embossing folder for texture and put it behind the colored image, and then it makes for a little thicker card, but not any different than if you had it on the top, right? So I'm going to fold this direction so I can focus on coloring, and then I'm going to grab some markers and figure out what colors we need it to be. Honestly, I really think I make it harder than it needs to be sometimes, which is so silly, but yeah, you know, that's who I am. Okay, here we go. We're going to try and, so I pinch in, right? Or do I pull out? Pinch in. Nope, wrong way. All right, let's see how we did there. Catch up, computer. I'm trying to see what's happening here. Did it move? Am I? Nope. Oh, there it is. Okay. That's not too bad, huh? I think we can work with that. Okay, I'm going to start with my skin colors, which I typically use an E04, E21, E11, E double or 000. My E04 is very blobby, so I'm going to use an E13 instead. And I'm going to start with her skin. And honestly, like if you're not a Copic marker colorer, the other thing you can do is, and you don't want it to bleed through, is pencils, of course, would not, but boy, it would take me 4 hours to color this image in pencil. I just need much more practice, and it is not something I'm comfortable with, but I have some and I really want to know how to do it better. So that's E13. And I'm going to go to E21. Oh, hold the phone. E11. Hold the phone. E11. There we go. 13 to 11. And I'm just going to go kind of over where I was and a little bit further out. She can't be too suntanned. It's spring, right? Unless she's been in Montana with 70-degree weather. There literally was 70-degree weather up on the northern highline of Montana today, which was breaking, like, I don't know how many years ago records, but a long time ago, let's say. Okay, so here's E21. And again, I'm just going to kind of go over all of it a little bit and bring it into her face a bit more. It looks so dark. Wow, it looks really dark, but it's going to be fine. There we go. And E, where are you? My E0, there you are. Okay, this is my E0. Just going to go over everything, bring it all in. Try not to completely cover her mouth, and just blend it in because I still want the darker bits around her hair. And then we'll have to do the same thing with her arm that's showing and a little bit of her leg. So yeah, it's pretty cute. And then I sometimes just do like an E02. R20 is cute too for cheeks. We'll maybe do, I grab the R20. E02, like when I use the R20, I have to go back over it with the E00 just to blend it out so it's not like so perfectly circular. The E02 is just a shade darker, obviously, and it you don't need to worry about that so much. So I'm gonna take my E21 again and just get you in a little bit of definition on the nose, and there we go. So we're gonna repeat the process of the E13. I think I got it. It looks like I got it. I'm not going to do her fingers, but the creases around them, I think. And then her legs. What color? Do you think we should do her boots in like a bright green maybe? That might be fun. With some pink flowers or something. So that was E13. We'll do E11 next. We'll touch her fingers a little bit. It's tricky to do multiple layers with skin when you don't have a lot of space for it. So sometimes it's okay to just stick with a couple colors if you want, you know. Just save yourself the heartache. Let's see here. And then this is E21. I'm going to just touch the tips of her fingers. I'm just going to go over everything with E01 when I get there, or E00, sorry. And last, I'm going to do that. So let's grab that. And we'll color that in. I have a song stuck in my head. I'm wishing it would go away. It's not even a song I love, but I heard it this morning while I was trying to get ready. And it has been in my head ever since. Okay, there we go. So there's that. Her skin is done. Let's see, I think I'll give her brown hair because we have a lot of yellow everywhere else. So I'm going to give her brown hair. Let's see, I'm just going to grab, oh, I don't know, how about an E25 and an E, if I can find it, 23. We'll see how that works. All right, we're going to start with the E23. All right, let's see here. All right, so I kind of think that might be where, so I've kind of sketched it out first in the E23 because it's lighter, and then I'm gonna come in kind of over the top of where I just was with the 25, but maybe not quite as far, right? Because I want the ends of her hair a little darker, which is kind of the reverse of how your hair fades, right? But that's okay. So I'm just kind of looking at where I drew lines to see if I would like them to have a little bit more darkness, right? And just kind of flicking very, very ever so lightly. I am just pulling in some of this darker color. And I think it's probably darker around her face and up here at her part a little bit, so. Okay, and then I'm just gonna go back in with the E23. So, let's see here. My markers don't wanna get put away today. All right, and back to this. So, again, just sketching in. If there's little bits of white that don't quite get covered, that's okay. We'll see what we get here. She's so cute. I just think she's so precious. She reminds me of, well, when we were little, we always had like long hair. We were outside all the time. We were wild and free. So there's her hair. I'll hold it up so you can see it. Looking pretty cute. How are we doing? Oh, you know what? It's not coming through as much as I thought. I did grab, I think, a Nina cardstock, and it doesn't bleed through as much. I generally color on Copic Express, but this time I grabbed a Nina because I wanted it to be a little more sturdy. So, okay. So now I'm going to do her basket. I'm kind of jumping around a little bit, but I'm going to do her basket. I'm going to do one coat in E81. Another good color would be maybe an E41 or an E50, 51, something like that. Or you could maybe give her a pink basket or a yellow basket since there's lots of other yellows. I'm just going with the, I guess what I'm going to say, typical or standard, what I would think of as a woven basket with her flowers, right? So I started with the E81, which is a little bit khaki, but I like that, so I'm okay with it. And then I'm going to do E84, and I'm going to do the edge and the handle, and then I'm going to try to I'm going to blend that in a little bit. I shouldn't have put that away. Okay, and I'm going to try to do a crisscross pattern. I'm being silly brave today. Okay, and maybe not. I don't know. I'm going to try. It can't fail too bad, right? so here we go. We're gonna try it. So I'm gonna do an angle in just a light stroke. Okay, then I'm gonna turn it so that I can see what I'm doing. And I'm gonna go the opposite direction. Let's see, I gotta stop and think for a sec. How would I do that? Do I start here? Yeah, I think I'll start here, and here, here, here. Oh, I think I did it. I mean, it's a little bit big, but it's okay, right? Like, I don't mind. I kind of like it. Okay, just a little texture. Let's see, what do we want to do next? Let's do her boots. And what's a good green? We want kind of a, I don't want it to hit us in the face green, but we want kind of a pastel-y green to go with our eggs, right? So let's see what this would look like. Perfect, thank you, Carol. Oh, let's see, I just drew on my, this is a YG41. That's pretty pastel-y. Let's see, what else we got here? How about a, what's this one? This one might be okay. This is a YG45. Let's try that one. We'll do that one. So these ones are a little tricky because you got those cute little flowers in there. We have kind of a steady hand, but well worth the effort. Just thinking, I have leaves on there, so that's going to look kind of dumb that I have a green boot, but maybe I'll just make the leaves the brighter color. There we go, problem solved. Problem solution. Okay, let's see here. Oh, she's so cute. I just love her. Okay, so we will do the brighter green on the leaves. And where'd they go? Here we go. All right, there's one. That's not, doesn't stand out as much as I would have liked, but it's okay. It looks kind of good, actually. I'm good with that. And then we're going to give her probably like a gray, where's my grays? Where are you, grays? We're going to give her a gray bottom on her boot. Oops, wrong end. Ha, I thought I was doing so good. I hadn't done that yet. Okay, here we go. Gray bottom on the boot. There we go. And that's, I'm gonna have to erase that, darn it. Okay, so flowers. Let's do a bright pink for the flower. What would be a good bright pink? Oh, actually, do we want a bright pink? Maybe we want to do a purple on her boot. Let's do purple. How about a V15? Let's see how that looks. Yeah, I like that. Okay, here we go. Purple. Purple on the boot. So we're going to go up here. And we're going to give her a purple flower. There we go. Oh, I love the purple and the green together. So, so, so cute. Then we're gonna do yellow in the middle of the flowers. And there is, we'll do a touch of orange too, because there's one flower that has a teeny tiny little bit of orange in it. So I'm gonna grab a YR02, so because there's like two of the flowers have a like double layer, so I'm just gonna dot in an orange, which is not hugely obvious, but it's still there. And then I'm gonna grab a yellow. Let's do a yellow 11. Nope, 11, 13. We'll do 11, 13. Do a yellow 13, and I did it again. Okay, here we go. It's subtle, but it's there, and it's so cute. So, so, so cute. Okay, great. There's that. Now, let's give her some, we do need to color the flowers up here. Kind of waiting on those because I want to do the shirt and the pants. I think I'm just going to give her some blue pants, but not like, I don't know, do I want them blue jeany or kind of like a tealy blue color? We'll do like a blue jeany, which is like a B91 and a B93. I'm not going to go super deep on the shading. I'm going to go with the B91 to start with. And then I'm gonna bring in a little bit of shading with the 93 along the bottom of the basket, and the insides. There we go. And to prevent a like harsh line, I'm just gonna dab in there. Hope it blends out, and then I'm gonna grab the B93 again, and that's gonna be the rolled up parts of her pants. I don't think we're gonna have time to do a tag, but I can always make it and share it later. All right, so I'm just gonna let that sit for a minute. I think her shirt, let's give her a purple shirt, shall we? We did a 15, let's do a 12 and a 15 for her shirt. V12 and a V15. So I'm gonna start with the V12. Do you have a go-to color ever that you just always sort of gravitate and grab when you're coloring or crafting? Purple is not generally the color I use, although I love purple, but I think the reason I don't pick it very often is because it's hard to find. Purple seems to be one of those colors that is harder to find a good cardstock match for me, I feel like. So I tend to not use purple, but when I'm using a stencil and I can use a color that brings it in, I'm so excited because then I don't have to worry about trying to match paper. I feel like I missed something there. Is that her shirt? Let's see here. That might be her shirt. I'll go here because that was her elbow. There we go. Okay. And then I'm just gonna give her darker on the sleeves. There we go. And blend a little bit more here again. Okay. Copic is a little light on the pinks and purples. Yeah, I agree completely, Kim. It's like you don't really have as much of a choice, I think. I agree. Okay, she's looking so cute. So let's color her. I'm gonna go with just a, let's see, I wanted her leaves to be a little different than her boots. So I'm just gonna grab like a G, oh, I had it right in front of me somewhere, a G24. Now I don't see it. So what else do I have? G21. Let's try G21. Here we go. We're going to color the leaves. Try to hit the stems a little bit. I just want it to stand out a little bit more. And you got kind of a mishmash of colors in there, so I'm just going to kind of fill it in as I think I can see it. How's that sound? Let's try a light pink for the flowers, and I don't know if I can find a lighter pink right after we just had that little mini combo here. Let's try an R. My pink is very light. Maybe an R81. Let's try that. I don't know. It may not work. We'll try it. All right, we're gonna do this flower, pink, 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 pink. And this flower, pink. And we're gonna, I don't know what's happening in here, so I'm just gonna put some pink in there. There we go. Then I'm gonna use orange, and that R81 seems okay. It's a little soft, but it's okay. That's like a, I think it's kind of like a cone flower, so I'm gonna grab like an E71. Oh, thanks, Delise. I'm gonna grab an E71, and oh, I think I might have to go darker on that one. Yep, I do. So let's try E74. There we go. Okay, and then I'm gonna do orange and yellow for the other ones. And I had used a YR02, so let's do that. And we'll do a yellow in the center. I think I'm gonna do like a brighter yellow in the center this time, like a Y15. Just because it's kind of getting lost in the middles there. There we go. Oh, she's super cute. Now, because I didn't really draw any grass, you know, like grounding, so let's line up her little boots and see where we have her. But you know, she can't, I don't want her to look like she's just floating in there. So I'm probably gonna take like a super, super light BG, how many zeros is that? 4. And I'm gonna just kind of give her, I haven't done this in ages, but I'm gonna try it. I'm just gonna kind of give her a shadow, or a, you know, some, not a shadow, but shading. I don't know what my word is. Just so she doesn't completely look like she's floating, right? And it'll come out so light. It's just enough to create some definition. There, I like it. It's fine. There we go. All right, let's see here. Okay, thanks Carol for watching. Get to feeling 100%. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, we're gonna need to cover that up, but I'm not gonna do that today. I'm just gonna get this finished for us, and then we can quickly maybe put together at least the card parts of the other one. So I'm gonna have to stand up here because I can't see what I'm doing. So let me grab some glue. Let's make sure that we're folded good. Don't want it to flip up on me while I'm trying to cover it. She is so stinking cute. All right, so we're gonna go this way. We wanna leave some white edge. We know where our stamping is, so that'll help us. I'm gonna grab some glue. Come on, there we go. Come on, come on, come on. All right, here we go. So let's line that up first. The nice thing about liquid glue is you have a little bit of wiggle room, right? Which is super duper important, but we are still crooked. Why are we crooked? Let's see what's happening here. I think that's pretty close. Okay. Then I'm gonna put this on there. Probably should have chose a different color, but too late to go back now. We're gonna be just fine. Okay, so we're gonna put this on here, kind of line it up, make sure it covers where we need it to cover. And so that's another little trick you could do on the inside too, is like you could just do another die cut circle or whatever. But again, I think just a simple white panel there is, or with the texture, like I said, I'll run it through a embossing folder so they open it and there's just a light texture and then you have a place to write your messaging. So let's see, do we want this gigantic bow on there? Oh gosh, I do like that. I think I'm going to try it. So, okay. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just trying it. Okay, let's see. I should have maybe used a different color. That's okay. Shoulda, woulda, coulda, right? Okay, so this die cut has some parts that go inside the bow that can be bumped up with like foam dots. So I did grab some. Where are they? I'm going to try it. I'm going to attempt it. Let's see. I need to cut one of these. So this one can go there. And I think that one can go there. How'd we do? Perfect. Let's give that a shot. These little tiny mini dots are excellent for that. Probably going to have the papers everywhere. Okay, oops, I don't know where it goes. Let's see, does it go? Where does it go? How about, no, what the heck? Here, there we go. Okay. Oh, I'm not supposed to say that. I got in trouble for saying that too much around my grandson, and he started saying it, so now we have to say something else. Let's see here. Okay. You love the bow? Oh, yay, thanks. It's fun. Before you popped in, I was saying I've never used it. I've had it in my stash for a bit and haven't used it. And I've been trying to be better about using things that I've purchased, you know, that you just had to have. And so I'm really, like, every time I make something new, I'm really trying to find something either that I haven't used ever or have only used like one time. Like, I'm trying to use old and new. So in this case, it's old because it's been around forever, but it's also my very favorite spring stamp set from Kraftin Kimmie. And oopsie, there we go. And a new die cut, new to me, I guess. And I think that's part of the current challenge still. Or no, we have a new month, so we're going to have a new challenge this month. So I was thinking use something new was part of the challenge. Now these things go on there too. Let's see how that looks. We'll try to, I don't know if I want them on there, but we'll see. What did Henry say? Oh, so I'll say, what the heck? You know, when something stumps me or whatever. And so he started saying that, and his parents are like, Nanny, you need to stop saying that. You need a different thing. We don't want Henry saying what the heck all the time. And I was like, oh, oops, so sorry. My bad. So I have to come up with something different to say. But as soon as I accidentally say it, that kid is on it. He knows instantly that I have said something I'm not supposed to say. He's so funny. He's having a sister in, she's officially due in April, but she may come in March. They may have her deliver a little early. And they moved into a new house, so it's been a busy, crazy time. I've been helping them paint. They're painting the whole inside of the house. So my weekends and a couple nights have been a lot, but it's wonderful. I mean, it's bigger space for them, which they needed. But he told the daycare lady that if they hadn't bought a new house, his baby sister was going to have to sleep in the crawl space under the house. So it was a good thing they bought a house with a bedroom for her. You can say coconuts. Coconut's a good one. Okay, so there's that. I love her. I think that turned out so cute. And again, we have that, and we're going to open it up, and it says, so fond of you. And how cute can that be, right? And you have a place to write. So there's that. That is absolutely precious. I love that to pieces. And then I'm going to quickly take my, I don't know, maybe I don't want it on maybe I'll put it on a tag instead of another card. But the other side of the egg, oh, look how cute that is. Let's do that. Oh, my heavens, that's adorable. So I'm going to make a tag. with the other piece, and I'm gonna, let's see, what am I gonna do? I don't know. What am I gonna do? I originally was gonna use these strips along the side, but I might use it on the bottom. Yeah, I'm gonna cut them down here just to give it a little something to rest on, right? That's so cute. I don't know if I really like that bright pink. Maybe I'm not. I changed my mind. Wrong. Redirect. Okay, I like that. What I'm gonna do with that is I'm probably gonna run through another cute little bow at the top of the tag, and then I'm gonna stamp the bunny on a separate piece of paper and color him up. Let's see, actually, I'm gonna shift the bunny on this side. There we go. Move him up, and then I can either put a big bow up here like I did before, or a little bit smaller size maybe, which would be super cute. And then I could do a sentiment on the bottom that says, "Here's to you," or, oh, I like this idea better, so maybe not a bow. We can do, "Some bunny is thinking of you," on a circle up here somewhere, and then add like a little bit of strip of ribbon rickrack at the bottom and rickrack at the top. Wouldn't that be cute? That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna finish it, but not tonight. So I gave you an idea. I'd love to see, if you watch the video, what you do with that. And yeah, and then you can do the back, you know, to, from, or whatever, but I think that's just super cute. I think actually on this one, the yellow needs to go at the top. The bunny's gonna go down here. We're gonna put the saying over here. Look at that. How cute is that gonna be, right? And then some rickrack ribbon at the bottom. So you don't have this set? Well, Delise, you need this set. And it is 40% off. And it is my favorite little set. It is so fun. So, and if the rest of you don't, and you're just watching, scroll up in your comments, because Kim put a note in there about how this stamp set is on sale 40%, as well as this wonderful layering egg stencil, which is super generous of Kim to do that. I think when I do the bunny, I think I'm not sure if I'm going to fussy cut it or make it in like another circle or whatever, but it's going to be really cute. I think it'll be adorable. Let's see. I'm going to quickly do the sentiment just so I can see what it's going to look like. And then I'm going to finish it later. So, and thank you for hanging with me tonight and for watching the video. It's always fun to hang out with you. If you watch it later and have a question, you know, hashtag replay or tag me in the name somehow, and I would love to hear from you. So let's see, let's just do this quick. I'm just gonna stick with the black. I'm hoping it's gonna work since I didn't put it down. We'll see what happens here. Ah, so cute. Okay, there we go. There's that. I'm gonna grab my purple because I edged the egg die cut with purple. So I'm gonna do this one with purple as well. There we go. Could actually, I'm not gonna edge the tag though. All right, well, thank you, Ms. Kim. Yeah, so I'm going to finish this later because I'm starving and it's probably late for a lot of you. But there's what our cute little tag is going to look like. And I'm going to put the bunny on there, like I said, and add a little bit of ribbon. And we'd used one stencil panel, and you can make 2 quick projects. I mean, I think that's fairly quick. The coloring takes the most. Of course, there's me blabbing. So here's my card again. Let me set it down here for you. Let me move this out of the way since it's not finished. And let's move this cute little stamp set in here so that you can see that as well. And my stencil is somewhere. I've lost it. So this is going to be good. Let me see if I can get a good picture of this for you. I might need to come out just a hair or up a hair. Let's see, what do we need to do? Move it this way maybe? Oh, it's backwards. Ha! It's so backwards. There we go. There we go. And it's Fawn'd of You. Perfect. Look at that. Thanks so much for joining me again. And have a wonderful evening. Stay warm and safe. And love you all. Love the bunny. Thank you so much. Blabbering. Okay. Mwah. See you later.